David Corson, Sunday, November 30th, 2025. Oh, it's about 10 p.m. Hope everybody had a great Saturday night. Uh, awesome Sunday, last day of the holiday Thanksgiving weekend. And tomorrow we start the last month of the year in the last month of Q4 too on December 1st. Got 31 days to go and you close this year out. And hello, 2026. Yep. Just got off a conference call with my web developer and trying to get a plan of attack for coming up this month. We got a bunch of stuff that we got to get done off our to-do list, and I was just getting a plan of attack. I'm leaving early Tuesday morning to go out to do my reception on Tuesday night, and then hang out in Arizona in Cave Creek in the foothills until Sunday, and come back. My wife got back early this morning from Hilton, and she made it in 4 hours and 15 minutes. Whoa, left at 5:30 this morning, got back here at 10:15, beat all the traffic, and just been nasty here. Been raining all yesterday, all today, and the grass isn't dead, but listen, any free water is good water, so we'll take it. The lake needs the water as well, but in any event, just a nasty day, and hanging out and trying to get stuff done. But I'll keep this short. My word of the day is harmony. Yeah, harmony. It's just when you have harmony with business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, it's just smooth. You got all the mojo. Everything's fluid and on the same page. It's just a really, really good way to live your life in harmony. And take athletics. If you've got harmony within your team, everybody's on the same page. They have the same vision. They're working out. They're feeding their body right, icing the bumps and bruises, watching tape, getting ready to put their game faces on. This weekend was rivalry weekend. On the college football gridiron, and the teams that won. There were so many blowouts, but there was harmony and all that stuff. Everybody's trying to get into the bowls, and over the holiday season, and for their programs and for recruiting and so forth. And it's just amazing how some coaches just have better harmony than others, and they're just consistent, and they just keep repeating, and they keep getting better. And it's just an awesome word to have within your team, harmony. If in the locker room, where everything's said, if you've got harmony, and you're not getting people, your coaches, barking at you because you didn't get it done, and why did you leave your game, your game plan, your game face, your game attitude, on the bus or the plane. It's just one of those things. So harmony in sports is so important to you getting W's on the scoreboard. And even if you don't get the W, you get to learn. You learn how to do it the next time so you can get the W. So harmony, make it a part of your practice plan every day. Whether you're a player, a coach, equipment manager, trainer, doesn't matter. You got to have harmony. Business, just like sports, you got to have harmony with all your personnel that are in your organization. HR, marketing, business development, people in the warehouse, people that are sales reps that are out there, giving it all day long. Just like they do in sports. You got to give it your all day in and day out. You got to be improving, even though you think you know it all. You don't. You always have to be improving. But the way you do it, and the way you do it best, is by having harmony within your mindset and the way that you think. And if you do that, on a sports team or an athletic team, and if everybody buys into that vision, first of all, you have much more fun. Second of all, you're probably going to get more wins. And third, you might make it into the playoffs and become the champs. And I'm telling you, you look at any championship team, let me tell you, there's harmony within that locker room. But you got to work at it. Because some days it's not going to go your way, and you're just going to be bummed out. Why are we losing, or why can't we, catch the ball, or we did so well in practice. That's why you have to harmony. If you are consistent, you can know, and if you don't have harmony, you can reset at halftime and get it, and hopefully win. It's like last night, University of Denver was up in Minnesota, and they were getting beat, and they came back and scored 4 goals. In the 3 goals in the third period to tie it, and they went in overtime and they lost. But man, they just turned it on. Went into the locker room after the second period, got their harmony together, and they came out and kicked the Gophers' tails in the third period. Almost, won it, but then they went in overtime, and Hey, listen, you can't win them all, but you know what? It was great. Great game. Just like Georgia Tech this weekend, too. I mean, Georgia Tech, if they had a little more time on the clock, they probably could have tied that game, so, or even won it. But Georgia had more harmony, and they've been there before, and they know how they have that harmony to win. They know what it takes, and harmony is a big part of it. Relationships, you got to have harmony within a relationship. You got to have harmony with communication, being flexible, negotiable, listening, being able to stick a sock in your mouth when you know you're going to say something you're going to regret and you can't take back. You got to have harmony. And if you have more harmony in the way they communicate, you can communicate with the least amount of words to get your point across so a third grader can understand you. That's what harmony is. It's just smooth and clear and concise and keeping it simple. I cannot be more adamant about that. All right. It's so important in relationships. And it's just not in relationships. It's just people that you contact, whether you're talking to a customer service rep or you're out there in the grocery store talking to the deli manager about what type of, roast beef or it's all harmony. And remember, when you're communicating with people that you don't know, you want to leave your mark. And when they get off the phone, man, that guy had harmony. You're doing your job. And you want to take something from them as well. It's a two-way street. Communication. It takes two to communicate. But if you have harmony in your communications, oh my God, you can get so many nuggets up there, and everybody's got something to offer you, and the way that you want to do things or the way that you don't want to do things, okay? But that's still harmony, being able to do that, so, being that two-way street, making it nice and smooth, whichever way you're going, all right? And if I left anything out you do in a 24-hour day, besides business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, you'd be at harmony there too, all right? It's so, so important. And if you work on harmony for the remainder of the year, you're going to have 32 days, starting tonight before you go to bed. Just say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and write it down. Or do it right here on your phone. It's attached to your hand, all right? And just do a vlog. And I'm telling you, you're not going to change your life in 32 days, but it's a start. You're taking action. And at the end of the year, you'll have 32, whether you dictate or put it in a journal or on your phone, you can look back at yourself and you will learn stuff. You'll be like, wow, I remember that day. I didn't have enough harmony. Or some days you're going to have total harmony. And sometimes everything's just going to go your way. So harmony, so important. And if you go and do those 32 days tonight and 31 days in December, hey, you cross the finish line. Cha-ching, but you also can go all the way 364 days in 2026 and you'll see a change. I'm coming up on 2 years of doing these. I'm telling you, it's changed the way I think, the way I run my operate, my mindset. I'm greedy with my time. If it doesn't benefit me, I don't do it. Okay? That's just the way I am. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can with my time to be productive. So you got to have harmony to be productive. So, so important. So listen, I appreciate you all out there. Have a great rest of your, Thanksgiving weekend, what's left of it, in a couple hours. Have an awesome Monday. Fantastic week ahead. You got about 3 weeks to get things done. And then it's Christmas and it's all over New Year's and you can put a fork in it. And this, in business, everybody's off. You'll find some people that are, that are still working, but Christmas through New Year's, man, it's kind of quiet. But myself, I'm having harmony all this month. I'm giving it my all, making sure everything's done, off my plate, my to-do list for the year done, get this last issue out, and I'm ready to rock and roll with harmony in 2026. So, listen, I appreciate y'all. Be safe, all right? Take action. Know your surroundings. Head on a swivel, and make harmony a daily gig in whatever you're doing. See you tomorrow.